It's official. Welcome to our second K-12 remote service learning orientation. My name is Seth Pollack. I'm the director of the Service Learning Institute and been working since last summer on this K-12 remote service learning program. We're happy to be able to introduce all the details of the program to you, give you a sense for the steps you'll have to go through to be able to qualify and have the background training, et cetera, that you'll need, and then give you a little bit of a taste of some of the potential school sites. If anyone was on the earlier 12 o'clock orientation, you do not need to be here. It's the same presentation that we will be sharing. So if you're more than welcome to stay in any case. Let me introduce my colleague, Renee Casas, the Service Learning Community Partnership Specialist and Evaluation Specialist. And Renee, would you like to welcome the gang?
Hello, good afternoon. Buenas tardes, everyone. As Seth had mentioned, my name is Rene Casas. I'm the Community Partnerships and Evaluation Specialist for the Service Learning Institute. Welcome. We hope that you are ready to take notes, as this process might seem a little bit intense, but we're here to support you all. And I guess, we're ready to go, Seth.
We're ready? Ready for the, I'm recording. I hit the button all by myself.
Nice. Welcome everybody to spring 2021 remotely.
How's everyone doing? Let's get a thumbs up, either live or a virtual thumbs up. There you go. There you go. Now we're hearing it. Okay. Isn't this crazy, this world that we're living in, right? It really is, but we do the best we can. I just want to really appreciate you all for the work you're doing and for your diligence, your showing upness, your commitment, and yeah, hopefully the service learning experience will be rewarding for you. So with that, let me share my screen. I'll go into the PowerPoint. We'll stop at some point. If you have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. Renee will do a great job of making sure we pay attention to the chat. And here we go. So I don't know if you all know this, but we're one of the, CSU Monterey Bay is one of the few universities in the country that has made service learning a core graduation requirement. And K-12 schools have been a real core part of that. We've partnered in every semester with at 500 plus students are in K-12 schools and having a really meaningful experience. Not only are you providing enjoyment and connection and lots of meaningful learning for students, but it's also a way for you to get connected to future career opportunities. There's Jonathan, who was a service learner at Montevideo, then became a service learner student leader at Montevideo, and is now out on a teacher credential program. So you can really track your progress right from service learning to career in K-12 if that's what you're interested in. This isn't student teaching, so it's only 25 to 30 hours, but still it's meaningful. And our host teachers, when we asked them, does this really matter? Are students really making a difference? It was overwhelming how positive their response was, that they found that you added value to their classrooms, that it was well worth their time and energy to connect with you and to help you connect with their students. Some of the ways that happens, these are some quotes from teachers, that their service learner created incredibly meaningful relationships with students, and they still ask about her. So you see that you're really there as, you're not a teacher, you're kind of in between teacher and student, and you're there as a role model, and the relationships are really what's powerful. They learned respect, created relationships, and truly cared for each other. I've been inspired by the enthusiasm and initiative of the CSUMB students. They jump right in and are ready to teach me, which is amazing. So you bring energy, you bring new ideas, you bring enthusiasm into the classroom. And this teacher says, I had an outstanding experience with CSUMB service learners. The extra individualized and small group attention that service learners were able to focus on my students made a significant difference. So we've really seen the power of your presence in the classroom. And now, of course, we're in a little bit of a different context, right? We're not able to be at the table. We're not able to sort of look over the shoulder of students. We're not be able to play games at the same table. We're able to do this, right? And our goal is to help the virtual connection be as powerful and as meaningful as the connections were in the face-to-face classroom space. And that really depends on you showing up, you bringing energy, and you being engaged. There's 3 ways that you can provide support. You can do work directly with teachers, in which case you're just developing instructional materials and helping them get ready and do some innovative either videos or hyperdocs or lesson plans. And that's very much wanted and helpful. You can also work in the classroom with teachers, and they'll be able to guide you in doing breakout rooms and small group chats and more individualized work with their students. And then in addition to work with the teacher in the classroom, you can work after class in individual support with individual students around reading, around math, around homework. But in this case, since you will be working after class, not under the supervision of a teacher, according to our safety requirements, you need to work as a team. There needs to be 2 CSUMB students. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. So any individual work in the after school time needs to happen as a tutor team. So last fall was our first experience with this remote service learning. And you'll see that it was really powerful in some contexts. Some experiences were really beneficial. Here's what some teachers told us, that the extra support with small group instruction has been fantastic. Allowed me to have smaller groups and the students to get different learning experiences in small groups with 2 student teachers. It was tricky to work out logistics at first, but with communication, flexibility, trial and error, we have been successful. I'm sad to be parting ways with the current CSUMB students. And another teacher said they're all great. It was nice to have feedback from another adult. And it's good to bounce ideas and get feedback. So you really see that the teachers see you as kind of a colleague, right? As a partner in this, because they're all of us are learning how to do this online teaching and gathering in a more effective, more productive, more engaging way. And in some cases, you really bring more knowledge to that than the teachers themselves have. And you can see one student was Vanessa Vasquez, was just fabulous. She was reliable. She showed up every day ready to go, and the students loved her. She was perfect. So maybe you can also be as perfect as Vanessa was. But not every experience was great. And some of the teachers said, there's some room for improvement. And some of the areas that they cited was the follow through, that sometimes students would engage and then they disappear, that they would have expectations that they would be there. They would have made some lesson plans ready to go, and then the student wouldn't show. So you can see that they really count on you. And as you develop this relationship, as you get connected to a school district and you get cleared through the live scan and you get introduced to a teacher, that teacher is your partner and they're counting on you. So we really need you to take that seriously. As I mentioned, in developing this program, it was important that the districts trust that you as students have gone through some fundamental safety and security training. And that's especially relevant in the online learning environment, where there's a real concern for the potential for students to engage in risky or not so wonderful behavior. So for that reason, in order to move forward and allow this program to happen, we had to develop a structure to make sure that you have the training that's required. So that's the pre-service training that we've developed. We call it the pre-service tutor training program. It has 3 components. It has a safe and secure remote tutoring program. You'll then go through a state mandated reporter training, which will introduce you to the issues related to child abuse and sexual abuse that you're now seen as a mandated reporter by the state of California. And that's important because you'll be working with students in their home environment, and we're just never clear on what we might experience and see. And you need to be able to know how to respond to things that you do see. And you'll be doing a little piece on effective tutoring. So that pre-service training takes about 5 hours. It's part of your preparation, and the districts absolutely require that that happens. In addition, once you've gone through that process, you'll need to get a live scan, a background check, and that happens at the district level. CSUMB is not responsible for that. The district's responsible for that. So once you get through the training, we'll connect you with a district. The district will then help you get your live scan. Some of them will pay for it. Some of them will reimburse you. And if they don't pay for it, and if they don't reimburse you, CSUMB will reimburse you, and we'll let you know how that happens. Once you've gotten cleared, the district will place you with a specific teacher or with a tutor team if that's going to be an after-school kind of assignment, and you'll get an orientation and you'll meet your teacher and you'll be on your way. So that's really the different responsibilities that we've taken. As I mentioned, part of your pre-service training is going to be helping you understand the do's and don'ts of remote service. This is especially important because of the online nature of the interaction, and there's some clear guidelines about your engagement with students, that you don't share confidential information, that you don't use your cell phone, that you don't give them your social media links, etc. And also, you'll be asked to review these guidelines and agree to them. And finally, as we mentioned, you have to be really clear that you're not to be working isolated with an individual student. Now, this can happen in a breakout room with the teacher as the overall supervisor, but when you're working after school and when you connect with students in an after school environment, there needs to be 3 people present, which is why we're working in what we're calling tutor teams. So there'll always be 2 people, 2 adults present in the room. So for the fall, we're continuing the same partnerships that we had in the spring. Excuse me. In the spring, we're continuing the same partnerships that we had in the fall. These 10 participating school districts are the districts that we'll be working with. Not every school in every district is a partner. It really depends on the principal wanting to facilitate this and teachers wanting to manage this. So we have some schools in Alisal and some schools in Salinas City Elementary and Salinas Union High School District that we're partnering with, as well as some smaller district schools like Spreckles and Chular, who are very, very excited and ready to welcome you. We also have Monterey Peninsula Unified, Washington Union, and the International School of Monterey is chomping at the bit to have you in their class. So with that, I want to introduce you to the 7 steps, what you need to do to be able to get through this program. And you'll see that steps 1 and 2 have deadlines, right? The first thing that you're going to have to do to participate is complete this K-12 remote service learning program registration. So just by clicking on that link, it'll take you to a Google form where you tell us your name, your course number, and if you participated last semester. If you did, then you do not have to retake the training course. We'll just send you right into the district. And you can even go back to the same district that you worked with before. Once you complete this, we will enroll you in the pre-service training course. And I want to remind you that you only have until the end of next week, February 12th, Friday, February 12th is the last day that you can submit the registration form to be entered into the pre-service training course. And once you're entered into that, you have until February 21st, the following Sunday, that's week 4 of the semester, to actually complete that course. And those are hard deadlines. If you're not finished with your pre-service training by Sunday, February 21st, we will not place you with a K-12 school. You will have to do your service learning through some other means. So this is really significant. And I just want to stop for a moment and see if you have any questions about this, because we learned last semester that students who came through the process late never really got connected to a school site and never were able to complete their hours. So it's really important that you start early, get placed early, and then you'll have absolutely no problem finishing your hours. Any questions about those two deadlines in the first 2 steps?
Student comment, where do they access the links?
So these links are on our website, and we'll show you that before the session is over. Well, it's right on the Service Learning Institute website. All these links are there. Okay. I just want to go back and say, after you complete step 2, you'll then be assigned to a district. You'll complete a request form, which will tell us your interests and your preferences and your availability. We will then assign you to a district. You can request a district, you can request a school, you can request a specific teacher. We'll do our best to meet your requests and your needs. We'll then assign you to a district, and you'll receive a welcome from that field coordinator and the information you need to then follow to complete the background check process. Now, every district is different, so the processes are different. But in every case, you'll have a live scan form from that district. You'll have to take that form to a live scan shop. A machine, some are located at the school districts themselves, some are located at post boxes. You'll take it to that center, and you'll get your background check submitted. Once you're cleared, then the field coordinator will actually connect you with a host teacher. You'll meet with that host teacher. You'll be able to then register your site and on MySLP, etc. So that's the overall process. I'll now just take a second to go through step by step so that you're really clear on what we're expecting from you. So again, submit this program registration form by the end of week 3, Friday, February 12th. We'll register you for the Canvas course, and you can complete that 5-hour training. The pre-service training course takes 5 hours. 4 of those hours are for the mandated reporter training. In addition, there's a piece on safe and secure tutoring, as well as an introduction to some effective tutoring concepts. When you're finished with that, you'll then be able to submit your placement request form, but only when you've completed those first 3 modules. And in this, you'll tell us where you're located. whether you want us to find you a placement or whether you'll work with a school district in your own hometown or another town where you're familiar with. You'll let us know what your preference is, or if you have no preference. You'll let us know if you participated last semester. And again, if so, you do not have to go through the live scan background check again. Or if your instructor has a specific site in mind for your class. Some instructors have clarified to their students that there's only a certain set of placements that are appropriate, and you'll know that if that's your case. And then with that, you'll submit this and we'll be able to link you to a service district, a school district. Once connected to the district, you'll receive information from your field coordinators about how to get your background check live scan processed. And again, each district has a different process. Some will pay for it, some will reimburse you. And again, if the costs are not covered by your district, then the Service Learning Institute will cover that and reimburse you. And there's a form here, if I can click on this, which is again listed on the website. There's a link on the Service Learning Institute website, which tells you how you will then be reimbursed. Basically, you'll submit the receipts, you'll give us your information, we'll complete a reimbursement form for you, we'll send it to you electronically, you'll Adobe sign that, we'll submit it, and then you'll patiently wait a couple of weeks and you'll get the check. So after you've submitted the live scan, you'll be cleared. And once you're cleared, your field placement coordinator will assign you. You'll get the specific school that you're working with, the host teacher name, the time slots, and any other requirements. Some cases you'll get an email, or you'll be required to submit paperwork to receive an email for the district. And that's the only way you'll be able to then access the school Zoom sessions. You'll contact your host teacher and then prepare for your semester. In some cases, there'll be an orientation at the district. Some cases, there'll be an orientation at the school. Again, each site is a little different. Once you've met your host teacher, and once you have clarity about your responsibilities and your hours, at that point, you can register your site on MySLP, and you'll complete your learning agreement. Your host teacher will receive a copy of that learning agreement electronically, and they'll be asked to sign as well as your instructor. And once all that is done, you're good to go. You can begin your service, and you can then continue your work until you've completed 20 hours if your course requires 25, because the 5 hours of the training count as part of your hours. Or if you have a 30-hour requirement, you'll have to do 25 additional hours. Each time you'll enter your time you'll enter your hours in the time log, also electronically on MySLP. I just want to take a moment to remind you the important role you have as a role model and a mentor, that these young people are there to be connected with. This is meaningful. They count on you. They build relationships with you. They care about you. So please be on time and be prepared. Show up with energy and with heart, and be ready to make a difference in the lives of these young people. At the end of the semester, you will complete a request to have your host teacher evaluate your work. They will complete the evaluation of the service learning student, and they'll submit that again electronically through MySLP. It would be great if before you then wrapped up and left your connection with that classroom, that you were able to share your appreciations and what you've learned with your host teacher and with your students. So with that, let me stop here and see if there's any questions that you have about the process at this point.
So by a show of hands or a thumb, how many of you have done this process last semester? How many of y'all placed last semester through a remote tutoring? No one. Awesome. So y'all are new. So all the steps that Seth has gone through, steps to success, those are all the steps that you all will be going through in order to place yourself in a K-12 placement.
So in the chat, I'm just putting the link to the program registration form. So there it is in the chat right there. All you have to do is click on that link and submit that, and we'll then enter you into the pre-service training course, and you're good to go. Step 1, done. Check.
Woohoo!
Okay. So we have some examples. I want to get you excited. Some of these sites are wonderful. The teachers are super enthusiastic. They can't wait to have you. So I want you to, we want to share a little bit of that energy with you. So they've made some videos that we'll share here so that you get a sense for what's possible. So one site which had worked with over 60 students, 60 last semester, was Spreckles School District. It's a small school district just south and west of Salinas. It's an agricultural community. It's a very diverse student body. And Linda Mendoza is our liaison there, and she wants you.
Hi, I'm Linda Mendoza, ELL resource teacher at Spreckles Unified School District. I work with English language learners, grades TK through 8, and I'm here to ask for your help in our distance learning endeavor for the school year 2020 to 2021. You have the unique and special skills of understanding the technology that we teachers haven't had to use before. So it'd be cool to go shoulder to shoulder and learn with you and from you as we advance the process of equity for online learning. So I want to first say thank you for your hearts of service. And if you have the following skills, we've got opportunities for you. 1, if you speak a language other than English, including American Sign Language, and you have some computer background, we could totally use that too. So second language learners are welcome. We are looking for people to work with social emotional learning situations, and we need you to work in the classroom, in small groups. We need you to plan with teachers, and we need you to work with our students when they are asynchronous at home or after school with the YMCA.
So Linda's super energetic, and they've done a great job of integrating service learners there. And it's all organized by one of our own CSUMB service learning student leaders, Lily Vang. This is her site. She's the liaison. She's going to help you get connected there. And here's her little welcome video.
Hello everyone. In this short video, I would like to introduce you all to Spreckles Elementary School from the Spreckles Union School District, which is located in Monterey County. My name is Lily Vang, and I am the Service Learning Student Leader for Spreckles. I serve as the liaison between service learner students and the schools and the Spreckles Union School District, particularly Spreckles Elementary School. If you have any questions regarding service at this site, you can reach me at my email, lvang@csumb.edu. Going into the spring 2021 semester, the Service Learning Institute is continuing its remote service learning program, as we are still distance learning, and the same goes for Spreckles Elementary School. This means that no service learners will be expected to be physically present at the school in order to conduct service. All service will be conducted through online platforms with Spreckles. Last semester was the first semester that the CSUMB SLI partnered with the Sprinkles Union School District, and we saw amazing results on both sides. Now in the second half of the year, Sprinkles Elementary School is ready for this spring semester's service learners to join them. Both students and teachers are excited for what's to come as service learners prepare to work with them. At Sprinkles, you can expect to conduct service in 3 ways. The first is by hosting online tutoring/support sessions with elementary students during and after class hours with a tutoring partner. The second involves classroom preparation with and for teachers for Zoom class sessions. And the last is a scenario in which you engage students and aid the teacher during Zoom class sessions. Whether it be only one of these ways, 2, or all 3, your service is much appreciated. If you choose Sprinkles as your service site, before you begin your service, you will need to attend a scheduled orientation in which more detailed information about the process will be provided. And you will need to submit LiveScan documents to the HR representative at Sprinkles by the end of February. Sprinkles Union School District will be offering reimbursements for the cost of these LiveScans for students as well. If you have any further questions about anything, you can email me at lvang@csumb.edu. Thank you.
So Seth, a student had a question.
Yes.
The question is, if a student wanted to work as a tutor again in the future semesters, can the students then join this program again?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, the teachers at these school sites would love for you to stay connected and to keep working there. So absolutely.
So for all of you that are on this call or the Zoom, and for, sorry if I don't pronounce it right, but Jian Shan, our goal is to create the opportunity for you all to be at schools to get the right experience for those of you that want to become teachers or that want us to work with students. And our hope is that once you're there at these sites, that you create a connection, not only with the teachers, but with the school administrators that you're going to be working with to, to get the experience and to get the opportunity for you to further on your career. Like, don't use this as a way to start your professional career, because a lot of these schools, they hire students that have already been working at their schools. So I just want to say that much. Just, this is an opportunity for you all to advance, not only to do your service earning hours, but to start thinking about your professional career moving forward.
That sounds great, because that's what I want to ask, because I would like to keep working with the same school or different school, just keep working with them, not just for one semester. That's why I asked this question. And thank you for the explanation. It's pretty clear.
That's great. Thanks, John Shan.
Thank you.
I really can't emphasize this enough, how excited our partner schools are to work with you and to build a relationship with you and ultimately to hire you. I mean,
Thank you.
they really see this as, growing their future teachers. So the relationships are really meaningful.
So some of the principals that are at some of the schools that we're working with are former auditors. They went to CSUMB themselves. So
should we let Martin introduce himself?
Yeah.
So Martin Gutierrez, he's the principal of Barden Elementary. He's fantastic. His partner in life, life partner, is also a principal at Salinas City Elementary, at another district. But so this is a power couple. And
hello, CSUMB service learning students. My name is Martin Gutierrez, and I am the proud principal of Barden Elementary School with the Alisal Union School District. We serve TK all the way to 6th grade. We are nested on the east side of Salinas, right across the street from the Hartnell Extension Building. Our community is composed of awesome students that are eager to learn and are always open for the extra assistance and support. We have about 27 teachers here, and we also have the special day classrooms for general academics from kinder all the way to 6th grade. So we are always opening our doors for extra support. You might have heard of Mr. Ben Cogswell, our awesome kinder rocket teacher. He's been on the news a couple times, recipient of the Crystal Apple Award, as well as featured in the New York Times twice already. He is on staff with us. We have a lot of great opportunities. If you're interested in learning about technology in the classroom, I think Barden is the place for you because we do have a lot of trainings that happen all of the time, and we're constantly growing and learning together. So hope there's several of you interested in working with our community.
Thank you, Martine. Martine was wonderful. This is another site where we have a student leader, service learning student leader, Deani West. She actually has 2 sites that she supervises. One is the Olson Elementary in Marina, and the principal there has helped us build a Olson Otter Reading Buddy program. And the other connection is with Washington Union School District.
My name is Deani West, I'm a service learning student leader for CSUMB. Today I will be talking to you about 2 sites available to service learners this semester. If you are interested in any of these sites, please contact me at dywest@csumb.edu. So the first site is Olson Elementary School in Monterey. Olson is looking for service learners to participate in their Olson Otter Reading Buddies program. Service learners will read with Olson students grade 1 to 5 after school. These reading sessions will be 30 minutes each, twice a week, and there will be 2 CSUMB students working with 1 Olson student. You will stay with the same students throughout the semester, and we're hoping you can become a mentor to your students in this virtual learning environment. The reading sessions will take place Monday, Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. and or 2 to 3, Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same times, or Wednesdays and Fridays at the same times. If these specific times do not work for you, but you would still like to participate in the program, please send me an email and I'd be happy to try and work something out for you. So there are some requirements before you can start your service with Olson Elementary School. You have to complete the K-12 remote SL tutoring program where you will become a mandated reporter. You have to attend an MPUSD orientation, get a live scan done, which will be paid for by the school district. And you'll have an orientation with me and a short reading training where you will learn how to best serve these students. The next opportunity for service learners is Washington Union School District. There are 2 classes that are looking for service learners. The first one is a 7th grade math class where you will work with the students on weekday mornings and we will offer online support during breakout rooms. Next is a 3rd grade class where on weekdays from 11:30 to 2:30 or anytime in between, you will work with the students on reading fluency assessments. So the requirements before starting at Washington Union are also the K-12 remote SL tutoring program, a live scan, which you can be reimbursed for with CSUMB, and a meeting with site supervisor and the assigned teacher. If you have any questions or comments, or you would like to work with any of these service sites, please email me at dywest@csumb.edu. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Deani. The International School of Monterey is a K-8 charter school, and every teacher there wants service learners. They can't wait for you to come. So this is Miss Peters, and you'll hear about her.
Hello, I'm Miss Peters, and I work at the International School of Monterey for 2nd grade. I'm very thankful to be able to work with CSUMB service learners, and the way I will hopefully be able to utilize you is by having you take out small groups for language arts or math games. And yeah, very excited to be working with you, so can't wait.
Thank you, Miss Peters. And finally, Clarissa Murillo is at Montebella Elementary, also in Alisal School District. And Montebella has been a key partner with Service Learning Institute for many years. And we have an excellent relationship there. And Clarissa is doing a great job helping students get connected.
Hello, this is a quick informative video about Montebella Elementary, which is a school in Alisal School District in Salinas. My name is Clarissa Murillo, and I'm the Service Learning Student Leader for Montebella Elementary. My email is clmurillo@csumb.edu if you have any more questions or looking for any additional information. Montebella Elementary is located at 1300 Tuscany Boulevard in Salinas, and here are a few photos from the school. So some brief information about Montebella is that the school is K through 6. It is around 800 students that are mostly Latinx and bilingual students. Montebella has implemented remote learning since August, and the school has been using Google Classroom for remote classes. Before you begin your service hours, you'll receive an Alisal School District email. Using this email is the recommended way to enter the Google Classroom. As a service learner, you could be tutoring groups of students with a tutor partner in class. Montebella also has an after-school program to tutor groups of students remotely. Also, there are several dual immersion classes at Montebella, which is great placement for any Spanish-speaking service learners. And finally, let's discuss some of the requirements to work at Montebella. Your service learning paperwork must be completed before your first day of service. Once you have been placed, you must register your placement with MySLP. Once again, you can always email me for any support or questions. I hope this brief introduction to Montebella Elementary was informative, and I wish you all the best for spring 2021. Thank you.
So let's hear it for all that good energy. Yay, we have some great partners and they're really looking forward to meeting you. So don't dawdle. Register early, enroll early, finish your pre-service training early. Tell us where you want to go and we'll get you placed and start early and you'll be able to have an excellent semester. Want to raise your attention to these 2 workshops. If you don't have a significant experience in tutoring or even any experience, the Cooperative Learning Center is hosting 2 workshops with us on Monday, February 15th from 10 to 11:30, and again on Wednesday, February 17th from 12 to 1:30. These are appreciative tutor workshops, and it'll be really helpful to help you just orient yourself and feel a little bit more comfortable with the role that you'll be playing. And their links to those are already on our website. So that's the process. I'm going to stop sharing and see if you have any questions. We're happy to help. And as you see, there's a lot of goodwill out there trying to make this as pleasant and painless as possible, so that we can get through the logistics and jump the hoops and really do the meaningful work, which is connecting with students. Any questions at all from anybody? So Rosa, if you've already connected with a teacher, once you get through the process and you tell us, there'll be an opportunity on that Google form to say, oh, I want to work with, who have you been in touch with, Rosa?
With Barbara Peters.
Oh, with Miss Peters. So
Yeah.
Perfect. So when you complete the form after you've done your training, you just say, I want to work with Miss Peters, and we'll get you there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Way to start early, Rosa. Good job.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah, our teacher, she's like, start early, don't wait. She was really like pressuring everybody to just like send out emails and get in touch with everybody.
I like that one. Start early, not late. Huh.
So I've been getting emails from the ISM teachers saying, how come the students are contacting me, right? Shouldn't they go through your process? So it's okay, right? You're just coming back around. You're still getting in. As long as, Rosa, if you could share with your classmates, right, that the first step is to go through this training, but it's nice that you have a place that you want to go. So
Yeah.
that's all good.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that on the next class meeting that we have on Tuesday.
Yeah. That'd be great. You can be our little envoy there.
Yes, because a lot of students, they don't know how this process works. So I'll let them know.
Rosa, are you in business? Are you in the business school?
Yeah, bus 300S with Miss
Yeah.
Martha Liff. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Okay.
A student has asked, where do they find their SL course and their section number?
Well, that should be on your schedule, right? Your course number and your section number should be part of your schedule.
You could also find it when you log on to your MySLP, the S4. That's the database that's gonna hub all of your information, so your time log, your learning agreement. When you log in using your email login, it'll take you to your home page and it'll show you your service learning courses and the course numbers.
I'll do one more quick share and I'll just take you to the Service Learning Institute website so you can see what this looks like. csumb.edu/service. That takes you right to the Service Learning Institute. If you didn't click under students, spring 2021 service learning student updates, all the information that you'll need will be here. So here's the overview of C-POW, the schedule. Here's some general information about service learning opportunities, but here's the K-12 information. This takes you to the reimbursement guidelines, how to get reimbursed. This will bring you to being able to complete the registration form, which I had sent you directly earlier. Okay. Oops, where did I go? And then you'll see here are the links to the appreciative tutoring sessions. And there's a nice reading here on appreciative tutoring, which is really helpful, I found. Okay. Any other questions? Give me a thumbs up and we'll wish you good luck. And if you have any questions at all, you can reach out to Renee or myself at the Service Learning Institute, and we'll be happy to help you get where you need to. So good luck this semester. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all.